A battery is essentially a storage or a bank for electrical energy. This energy is derived by utilizing chemical reactions which involve two kinds of processes: the loss of electrons and the gain of electrons. The flow of these electrons creates electricity. We cannot see this flow in reality, but let's take a look at how this happens. All batteries have three components: the cathode, the electrolyte, and the anode. The fundamental principle of this arrangement is that the electrolyte separates the cathode and the anode. Each of these three components are made up of different kinds of atoms.
Hello.
Let's say hello to the atoms. All atoms are composed of a positively charged core and an equal amount of negatively charged particles called electrons. Hence, atoms are overall neutral. The atoms of three components of the battery are different in the total number of these positive and negative charged components that they have. Now, atoms are outgoing and like to have fun. The pairs that get along keep interacting for longer and redistribute electrons between themselves. As a result, some end up with an excess of electrons, and the others have fewer electrons than what they started out with. These atoms have now become ions and have polarity based on the imbalance in their positive and negative charges. This process of ion formation happens at both the ends. In any battery, the chemicals at the anode always end up with excess of electrons, hence, they become negatively charged ions. The chemicals of the cathode, on the other hand, always lose some electrons and become positively charged ions. The system intends to achieve a state of equilibrium. This becomes possible only when the two polarized sides of the battery are connected through a wire. Completing this path allows the flow of loosely bound electrons from anode to the cathode. Remember, the ions themselves do not flow, it is only the electrons that do. The negative ions of the anode complete the positive ions of the cathode, and the system attains neutral charge. Any device placed in the path of this happiness is also lit up.